Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is your girl Lisa from Talk Time with Lisa and Be Made Whole. And I'm just jumping on for our Wednesday inspiration, Wednesday motivation, work on you Wednesday. I hope that everyone is having a great week. I hope that everyone is safe. And I pray that there were no storms and there was no damage. I know we were supposed to have bad weather on last night or yesterday, so I pray that everyone was protected and everyone wakes up this morning safe and everything is intact. Just want to talk to you just a little while today on your Work on You Wednesday. Just let you know you're necessary. It seems like my children keep teaching me lessons here recently, and so I want to share one of the lessons that I learned from one of my sons recently, and I talked about him a little bit on our last Work on You Wednesday, and just some things that he had been through and how difficult it was. And so I just want to share a little bit of his story, and I don't think he'll mind. Share a little bit of his story, and just to talk about the lesson that I've learned through his story. So my son, one of the twins, my children are multi-sport athletes, and so track season came around, and he had put on a little weight. You know, we were in a pandemic, and football, that weight was good, but when track season rolled around, he was a little too heavy to sprint, to run his normal times, and so he worked extremely hard, and he got that weight off, but not quite in time for him to qualify for the state track meet. And so he didn't qualify to go to state this year, but his brother did. And so we were there anyway for his brother. And I watched this young man take a supporting role. No, he didn't qualify. No, he couldn't run at state. But I watched him every morning wake up and say, "Mom, we got to get there. I got to stretch this person or that person. I got to make sure their race is at 10. I got to make sure that they're there." I watched him start group chats, group text, so he could text the athletes to make sure that they knew what time they were racing, to make sure that they knew what time they were supposed to be at the field. And he would get there and he was stretching athletes, and you need to make sure you get your water. You need to get out of the sun. He was playing a supporting role, but those athletes needed that. He was necessary. Some of them didn't know what time they were supposed to be there. Some of them didn't know, that they needed to stay out of the sun. Some of them didn't have water, And so he was necessary at that moment. No, it wasn't his time. No, it wasn't about him, but he didn't quit. He was necessary. He played a very important role. And so I want to tell you today that even if it is not your time, even if right now you are not operating in what you think is your purpose, you are still necessary. Play the role where you are. Do the best that you can where you are. Don't quit. Don't wallow in it. But wherever you are planted in this season, do the best that you can. Operate in that supporting role, because guess what? When it's your time, no one will be able to stop it, and you will be well prepared to operate in the leading role. So even if you're not in the leading role right now, take the supporting role and still do the best that you can, because you are necessary. Don't let anyone tell you because you're not at the top right now that you don't serve a purpose and that you're not necessary. And I speak to myself as I speak to you. Where you're planted right now, where you are right now, you give 100% because somebody's watching. Somebody's watching to see how you respond when you're not in the leading role. You are necessary. You are necessary. The body needs every part. It needs the hands. It needs the feet. It needs the legs. It needs the shoulders. It needs the fingers. So whatever role you are playing right now, you give it 100%. You are necessary. You don't have to have the headline. You don't have to be in the leading role. You don't have to be on top of the game right now. You are still necessary. Never let anyone take the importance of you from you. You are necessary in whatever role you are playing at this moment. You'll grow, you'll move, you'll be promoted, you'll advance. It'll happen for you. Your name will be in the lights. Play the role where you're playing it. Be the supporting cast right now. You are still necessary. We need you. I need you. The world needs you. The 2 or 3 people that are surrounding you right now, they need you. You're necessary. You don't have to be at the top right now to serve a purpose. You're necessary. This is your girl, Lisa, from Be Made Whole and Talk Time with Lisa. Work on you Wednesday. Work on telling yourself that I'm necessary. You are important. You do matter. You are needed. You are necessary. I